Everything we accomplish in our lives begins with a dream. As a little girl, I dreamed about being a professional soccer player, and I played it all my life, and I played it through high school, and then I was diagnosed with long QT syndrome, which is a genetic heart condition that can cause unexpected death, and my dreams shattered for me. When I found out I had long QT syndrome, it was devastating because sports were a huge part of how I defined myself. I learned to concentrate on what I had, not on what I didn't have. I was a good student, I liked to volunteer, I was very much into my artwork, and that's what I began to focus on. When I was diagnosed with my condition, there were certainly moments of depression, and whenever you kind of felt life getting you down, you'd turn around and you'd see that person roll by you in a wheelchair, or that woman on the side of you who has no hair from chemotherapy treatment, and it makes you realize life could always be worse, and we really need to cherish every gift that we do have and make the best of everything that comes our way. My greatest hope from having the surgery was that I wasn't going to have restrictions anymore. So at that time I had been sidelined from sports, I couldn't play, and this surgery was giving me the chance to say, not only can you play sports anymore, but no one's going to restrict you from anything, and it was a new sense of freedom. So when I had to have my first surgery to have a defibrillator implanted in my chest to keep me safe, it was pretty scary. I mean, it was back in the year 2000. There wasn't a lot of information. There wasn't a lot of support at that time you could find. So I went in thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to walk out of here a robot. I've got this metal thing in my chest. But you know what? I went in saying technology is an amazing thing. We've made so many advancements, and it's going to help me be safe. And I felt very grateful that I had that opportunity. So in the midst of my diagnosis, I remember my guidance counselor, Mr. Massoud, saying, "Michaela, you should compete for Miss Fall River." And my mouth dropped open. I was lucky if I had brushed my hair that day, my jeans were ripped, my sneakers were old, and I was like, are you kidding me? I am the least likely beauty contestant ever. Entering the Miss Fall River pageant, it's a scholarship program, so it was a great way for me to help finance college. It was also a program in which there was an interview involved, so it helped me work on my speaking skills, and it just helped me develop so many other aspects of myself. I was the least likely beauty contestant ever. I looked like a football player walking around in my swimsuit and heels. My mom was so proud. But it was a new form of competition, and it was a way to express myself in a different way. Winning Miss Massachusetts 2006 was the most surreal moment. I remember hearing my mom cheering, above everybody else. I remember them putting the barrettes in my hair and feeling the crown clipped in place. I just remember in that moment feeling like I could change a lot of lives. Having the Miss Massachusetts crown created this megaphone, for heart disease awareness. And I remember the first time I was asked, can you share your story with everyone? And I didn't understand what they meant. What story? It's just my life experience. And then slowly I realized by sharing what I'd been through, it was a comfort to other people. It was educating other people. It was advocating for causes. And slowly that momentum built to say, wow, I really can make a difference with what I have to say. One of the proudest moments of my life was actually while I was at the Miss America pageant. And it wasn't all the fancy stuff that goes along with that. It was actually an email I received while I was there. And this woman had read about me in USA Today, Miss Massachusetts. She has a defibrillator, she has a heart condition, and she needed the surgery that I had already had. And she wrote in the email, "Michaela, thank you for giving me the courage to go through with this surgery. I figured if Miss Massachusetts can do it, so can I. Thank you for saving my life." And it doesn't get any better than that. I'm a national spokesperson for the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women campaign, as well as Parent Heart Watch. I've done a lot of speaking for the SADS Foundation, for Heartbeat International. But the best part of all of it is inspiring people, especially young people, because it's not every day you get to compare scars with an 8-year-old who's had open heart surgery, or have a 5-year-old grab your hand and say, wow, that's so cool, Miss Massachusetts has a heart problem too. And that's what it's always been about for me, telling people that heart disease doesn't have to define them, and obstacles can be turned into opportunities. My sister is one of my greatest role models, and I was completely in awe of her when she bought Billy's Cafe at 21 years old. Billy's is a place of history. Smelled like chorizo and chips. All you could hear was the laughter and the stories being told. So Billy's Cafe closed its doors on January 1st, 2013, and it was a sad day for Fall River, but my sister had to follow a new dream. Always remember my mom saying, you can complain about something or you can be part of the change. It's always been the city that's struggled, and I want to see it come out of that struggle. I want to see it prosper. When I think of Fall River, it's a place of history. It's a place with, amazing roots that run deep. And you see some of these changes happening, some of these places closing and some of these people moving away, and it's sad, and you hope that history is preserved and that people are going to fight to keep it. Anyone can handle the good moments in life. We're defined by how we handle the challenges, how we push through the obstacles and turn them into opportunities. Everything we accomplish in our lives begins with a dream.